Hi, it's Danielle. I want to talk about suffering and judging people's suffering. There is a man who lives homelessly, who is in my city, and he is, every time I've seen him, he only is wearing pants. He's without a shirt. And it can be dead cold, or it can be in the summer. And I've been seeing this guy for a couple years. I have watched people try and give them the shirt off their backs to him, their coats. I have offered him clothing. And he just sits on the corner in front of usually the cinema, and doesn't have a sign, just kind of rocking back and forth asking for money. And of course, I feel such anguish for him. It just tears me apart. And it occurred to me one day that my anguish, like going down that spiral, actually doesn't help him. And that I need to leave room for lots of mystery about why he's living this life. I mean, through my lens, I think, well, clearly there's some insanity and mental illness, and who knows his story of previous abuse in this lifetime or other lifetimes. And what a shitty life. What a horrid life. So let's press pause on that for a second. There are these men, I forget the name of this way of being in India, who go through their life holding one hand up in the air, just straight up, and standing on one leg, to the extent, like days, years and years. This is their devotion. This is their commitment. I will turn the suffering caused by this gesture into radiance and enlightenment. It's chosen suffering to transmute pain into expansion. To the point, and it's to the point where their arms, because the blood flow, just atrophied, and sometimes rotting fingers. And so that way of being, that choice for suffering, is really out in the open. Just, it's the same as monks in the Dark Ages, and still now some days, wearing the hair shirt and and beating themselves. Who's to say? And we, in some way, we honor that choice. Like, wow, you're going for enlightenment. I'm not up for that, but you are like some kind of luminous badass for doing that, or you're just nuts. But there's some respect, or at least curiosity, around that choice for intentional public suffering. How do I know that the soul that is this man, the shirtless man on the corner in my city, how do I know that he hasn't, on a soul level, or even just an intellectual, mental level, made the same type of choice for the same reason? How can I make the call about his degree of enlightenment or consciousness? For all I know, he could be a very high vibrational bodhisattva who's chosen to live in such suffering. And he is on the fast track to God. I don't know. But leaving more mystery, and even just the potentiality for respecting his soul's choice, his choice, helps me be at peace, helps me honor him, and helps me flow some love to him instead of only pity or just angst and my own stress about his life situation. And it also keeps me out of that place. I mean, sometimes New Age thinking can actually be so harsh and divisive, where we're just like, it's his soul's choice and he's sitting on the corner. Come on. Yes, and. I mean, inclusiveness is always yes, and. Yes, his soul's choice. And yes, I feel such sympathy and empathy for the suffering he's going through. and I can honor his soul and respect his soul's choices and leave some money in front of him, and maybe when I see him again, try and give him my shawl or call social services. I can honor someone's intense soul choice and still try and take care of them in this dimension. Yeah, so how can we not suffer over someone's suffering? Still feel sympathy and empathy and do what can be done for sacred justice and just everyday human care, and leave lots of room for mystery of the soul's choices and how we all choose to make our way back to source. Just a thought. Thanks for being here. Mwah.